everybody. This is Sister Love Show. I'm Khadijah.
I'm Martina.
And I'm Antoinette. And if you don't know us, we're just three sisters. We talk about things that goes on in our life. This is our personal therapy. But today our topic is going to be about when mothers or non-mothers, just basically when people tell you how to raise your kids, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube. It's Sister Love Show, and our Sister Love Show for IG, Facebook, YouTube, and Sister Love Show 1 for Twitter. So let's get into it, y'all.
I told you about this fake British thing that you like going on.
Hey, we have family that lives.
Oh, if you don't know, now you know.
Oh my God.
You're not gonna know though.
That is.
Oh my God. That's an
definitely an inside joke, but it's funny.
My gosh, this is funny today. I don't know why. Sorry, y'all.
So let's start off. I got some notes anyway.
What you want to talk about? So basically, I would say this off bat. I think everybody has their opinion and how you raise your kid. That's how you raise your kid. Mm-hmm. But don't tell me how to raise mine.
Yeah.
Because what works for you just doesn't work for me.
And that's true. I mean, some people want to, especially like to new moms. Like I'm a new mom. Well, I don't know. Am I a new mom still?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, when I just had my first, everybody, like when he was sick, everybody would want to not pitch in, but come in with their 2 cents, and I'm just over here trying to listen to the doctors. And then, although I do take my mom's advice and like my grandma's advice very seriously when it comes to taking care of the kids, because, I mean, first of all, grandma had like 20 gajillions kids, so she know what she doing, and mom had her kids, so she knows what she's doing.
I think that's different. Giving you advice when you just had a baby or when you have babies and you need help with something, that's different.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it's when like people just off the bat come to you about, I will breastfeed till my kids are like 4. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, oh my God, you don't like they judge you about like stuff like that, you know what I mean? Or I wouldn't leave my kids for an hour to go somewhere. I would never do that. Which I could be the one being judgmental for people for that, but that's whatever works for you as a parent.
Yes, and what you feel comfortable with.
What you feel comfortable
also
with,
has
and you
to
and
work
your
with your kids. Now, if you know your kid can't be alone for an hour, you best.
Well, no, not. I mean, they definitely an age thing.
No, with that, but even at 13, a kid could be by themselves. But if you know your kid.
They shouldn't be because
they shouldn't be by themselves because you know your kid. They shouldn't be by themselves.
but that's a judgment that's a judgment for
the parent.
Person. My thing is, I think advice are welcome, but there's a thin line between giving advice and being judgmental,
and also overstepping your boundaries. Because some people are not actively involved in our children's lives, like for real. Like, let's be honest, and they always want to have a 2 cents about what you do with your kids, and that's where I think, like, mind your business, keep your opinions to yourself.
Sometimes too, a lot of people don't mean that in a bad way, but I don't feel like any mother, anybody that had kid would love for somebody else to tell them about their kid. It's pretty much how it is. It's never going to be acceptable for people to come like, oh, well, you said something about my kid, let me take it, like, oh, it's a good. They always have to have some type of a feeling after maybe somebody says something like, I know my child, don't come tell me about my child.
I think
sometimes it doesn't always come
it's true
way, but people do that. Just come to that. Nobody likes when other people tell them about their child.
Remember when this one went with Hamza being everywhere, and we told her, get your child, and she almost want to cut our throat off. She's like, I know it's my child.
I don't know, me now learning, don't get me wrong, like if I see my nieces and nephew or whatever they do, I'm still gonna be an auntie and step foot, but to be like, but to be like, oh, well, maybe you need to do, no, because at the end of it, I don't want nobody coming back to me and telling me, oh, well, you won't understand so and so because you have it. And you're right, I don't have a child, so I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to stay away from the, giving mother thing. If I have to come in and step in as a you know, like, oh no, well that's not right. You don't do this as an auntie-wise.
Oh, you have the right to do
You
that.
have the right.
That's
Yeah.
not. But me, I'm talking about people that are not really like for you. You have the right. Like you know how many diapers you change for me, girl.
Yeah.
If Nadia and Kayla, if my kids are doing something, first of all, if my kid, you see my kids in the street and you don't beat them first before you come to me, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
You know, you need to give them a little spanking. You know, listen, I don't condone anybody abusing their child. I think there's a limit to popping your kids in the butt a couple of times, then beating them and there's bruises and cuts on their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in a little spanking here and there when you're not listening.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think too, when the kid gets to a certain age, they should already know what's bad.
Yeah, you should be able to talk. To
you should be able to talk to them. So it's like for me, I do spank my kids, but I'm not gonna be in a place where my kid is gonna have a bruise because I am not spanking you. I'm actually just beating the crap out of you like you somebody off the street.
There's a big difference.
There's a big difference. So I don't want anybody to take my words out of content for that.
No, we pop. I'm for popping.
But I do not. I would not, and
Okay.
I wouldn't allow somebody popping my children. That
like it happens every day, and
No.
it baffles me when I see it on social media, and I'm just like, why are you telling somebody on how to raise their child?
Yeah.
Or how they should do what they should do. I don't care if you've had 50 kids.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own way of raising and bringing
Their
up their
children.
kids. I will see people like when that girl pierced
Pierced
her
her
8
kids.
months old daughter ears,
girl,
and people were going on
I
her.
pierced my daughter at 3 months.
What do you want her to pierce her?
Exactly.
She wants to pierce her daughter
They said
ears at that.
it's mutilation to
That
the
is
child's
crap.
body.
Okay, maybe it's a cultural thing, but I know that our
That's what they
parents.
said.
Seriously,
That's what they were saying.
Yeah,
You should
I
read
was
the
reading.
comments.
The comments were so horrible.
They were so horrible. How she mutilated her child, and
She's not fit to be a mother.
And I'm looking like
half
that.
those
What
people
they
probably don't even have kids.
Yeah. And it's like, what they're gonna say about my mama, because as soon as I pop out the junk, she pierced her ear.
Yeah, 3 months.
No, it's 3 months. Like once they've gotten not majority of their shots, like certain shots, that's when they're allowed to get the ear pierced. But it's up to the mom. I know a lot
So
of
is circumcised
Americans.
a mutilation?
Yes,
If you
they
get
do
your
say
kids-
that. Yeah, they do say that.
Some
People don't. They don't circumcise their kids because they said it's torture, it's mutilation.
Have you ever been with a man that hasn't been circumcised?
Oh, God.
No, I've never.
Then save yourselves. I haven't, but I've seen
And
it.
also, you just really have to know how, as a man, you have to know how to clean yourself, because I heard if you don't clean yourself very nicely, uncircumcised.
So, but why would you want to put your kids where he had extra strength to be pulled back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
I think this conversation just went south.
Sour.
But so let me ask you a question. Like, how do you feel? Like, I know, like, you used to annoy the crap out of me. I didn't breastfeed. First of all, my son didn't even want breasts. Okay. My daughter, I breastfed her for like 3 months, and I was like, "Nah, girl, I cut her off. Like, you're good." But that's me, and I might get some backlash with that too. And again,
Because I'm for
you can't-
breastfeeding.
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying if you are able to do it
Uh-huh.
and willing to do it, you do what you got to do for you.
Uh-huh.
But I do think when your child is 1 and it can eat normal food,
No, people go up
Well,
to
people
2.
still do too.
But-
I've seen
and I
think,
grown
for
up.
me, I think 2 years should be max. Some people go up to 4 years. I've heard 6.
but listen,
But
though,
that's
again,
not for me.
I'm not telling people how to raise their kids. If you do that and you're willing and capable to feed your child to day 13, breastfed, I'm not judging. I'm gonna look at you from the side, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna be on the side. I'm like, girl, that's crazy, but hey,
To each his own.
To each his own, whatever works for you. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm raising my kids, you might not agree with that.
Right. It was a
You might not agree with
sperm call. I meant to say a spam. I said a sperm call.
you might not. You have to.
She ain't got no sperm calls. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You might not agree to that, like what that person is doing or what I'm doing. But you know what I'm saying. Or you can come to the side and be like, hey, why you do that? Ask me questions before you start judging or whatever works for you.
Yeah.
And as far as like, for instance, first of all, I get more mad at you when, like, sometimes Nadia be trying, because nowadays she be trying to be slick on the low low.
Yeah, she be trying to.
She trying to be slick.
Dab a little bit,
Even for
yeah.
me, if you cut her on a bad day, she'll give you attitude.
Oh, true.
She trying to get, she back, I say back even.
Yeah.
Back the African. But she would try to, talk back to you or whatever like that. So, you know, I'm like, I get more mad. Like, what are you doing?
Like, check her.
Matter of fact, you should have been the salon side up that butt.
No, true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hard. It is hard.
But like, I'm not knocking nobody disciplining my child, but you know, you just gotta watch how you discipline them too.
Yeah. No. Why is she looking at you sideways?
I'm looking at both of y'all.
About what? For what?
No, because I was getting ready to bring up, you did not like us disciplining your kids when they were first starting out, like when they.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You yell at us.
It wasn't
Like
yelling.
if we would tell the kids to do something, and for me, my thing is like, okay, I'm with your kids a lot, and it's like I do want them to know that I'm their auntie, and they should give me that kind of respect. So if you're stepping in when I'm trying to discipline them, they won't give me that respect. Like, okay, who the hell are you?
They were
That's
one.
my mom. No, but it wasn't only when they were one. It's just not as of late. Maybe it's been a couple of years now that we're able to step in.
They couldn't say when they see you. And again, the kids, they grow now. Now they don't do it. Before, when it's like, you have to also teach your kids certain things at home for them to be able to grow. We can't just say, oh, well, they're kid, they're going to grow out of it today. Yeah. Okay, certain times, yes, they're kid because their brain is still young and they're still learning. Yeah. But if you know what you're doing, when you wake up in the morning, what the first thing you do? You say good morning.
Oh, I'm still working on that with my kids. I'm sorry.
So, you know, it's something you do because we all were brought up to that way. So don't say, oh, well, because, no, you got to let them know that when somebody do something, thank you, please, and they have to know stuff like that. You can't say, okay,
keep teaching
and if
them,
somebody, because then when somebody say that they don't do it, then you're gonna end up getting mad.
For instance, I was walking with a friend with one of our.
No, I think sorry, not to cut you off, but I think she brought that up because she yelled at the kids one time for not saying good morning, and then she got mad that
don't
she yelled at
like that.
Don't be yelling at them like that because they're kids. This and the
Well, wait a minute. I know. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna say this. When I was going through a lot, and I felt I was going through a lot, and I felt like when I left my ex, I was going through a lot, and I felt like they only had me to protect them and guide them, and I didn't want. It's like I felt like they were being rejected by their dad, and it was like I had a lot of feelings, but it was my feelings, and it wasn't the kids, but I was kind of putting that on them, and it was like, you know, you look at them wrong. I'm like, oh, so you. Okay. My ex, he's already thinking of neglecting them. Yeah. Why? Now I feel like that's what you're doing. You having this negative comment. I don't know. I was just overbearing. No, she was
going through a lot.
Just overprotective and just doing. And I think I was just taking that, like every little thing somebody would do. You can look at my kids wrong, and I'm ready to jump on your throat. Yeah. But I do know, like, it's for me. Even I started after a while. I started getting mad at them. Like, why aren't you not? Why do I always have to yell at you? Like, the first thing if you haven't seen me that you went to school, when you come up here, the first thing you need to say is, Hi mom. How are you today? Not mom, because they do that, and they still do. But actually, somebody, somebody that a friend of mine told me and said he was like, look, kids are gonna be kids, and you gonna have to keep reminding them.
No, definitely.
He said, you might think they're doing it willingly. No. He said, just keep remind them. Yeah. He said one of these days, and it's gonna happen. And I know we have a big stickler about people saying hi, even on your text message. Yeah. Okay?
No, I hate when people text me without saying hi. Like, you don't pay my phone bill, say hello, greet me first if we haven't had a conversation before you go into your
but I'm just saying, even with the hype, I was with one of the football moms, somebody who's cool that and I'm cool with. Mm-hmm. Her eldest son came to her eldest son just walked up to her, right? And he didn't say anything because me and her was walking, and he was like, "I'm sorry."
She said that.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm sorry." You just what do you say to Miss Antoinette? And he was like, "Oh, my bad." It's a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, but you as a parent, you also need to check your kids and let you know. But but I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna be like, well, I guess that's how he is. Because I'm not. Again, I don't really wanna. I don't know the situation. But she was really like, but this bitch. Because it's like, I ain't got kids, and this conversation.
I have kids, yeah.
The thing is, why this topic was even okay to like talk about is because you're giving the perspective of a non-mother, but an auntie. So like you know, we need your perspective as far as, you know, looking
How
on
do
the
you
outside
feel
in.
like-
How do you feel about
After
certain
I work
situations?
at a daycare for how much? What? Yeah.
Kids are tough.
No, so for
It's
me,
hard.
That's why I said don't
When
judge
you have
somebody,
your
whatever
kids,
works.
yeah,
works.
when you
No,
have
that's
your
true.
Because
kids,
kids are tough.
no, so for me,
So-
I do feel like it does take a village to raise a child.
does.
So I do, like, I would love for, like, I would hate, I think that's why I don't know, I was going through a lot, but anyway, I got mad at y'all because I'm like, okay, this is your, these are your nephews. You discipline them. Not every 5 minutes I need to hear, oh, get your child. Do what you gotta do with them.
Matter of fact, you don't say
No,
get your child.
because-
You say, yo, get your little ratchet kid.
No, I do say get your little ratchet ass kid, but I handle with whatever I gotta handle when it comes to them.
But-
that's just jokingly.
Sometimes,
But-
again, I think that it's, you know, like, I think when, especially being a first-time mom, maybe we didn't want to, like, handle it because we don't know how you're going to reflect to that. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe
no, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
it's
emotions
sometimes it's
going
like,
on.
Yeah.
it's like, you know, if you think like, okay, well, I could yell at Hamza or whatever like that. I'm not saying I do. I put him
Yeah.
to time out because you yell at me that I don't do much.
Yeah.
He's just like so tiny.
No, she was fucking for them.
Now, I have seen people out. I mean, again, I can't say nothing because it's their child, but I have seen kids that talk to their parents, and I just want to, like,
Yeah.
I have
No,
to look
I
at
got
the parents.
punished
I
back
have
in
to
the
look
day.
at the parents and then look at the kid like, you really gonna let this kid disrespect you right out here, and you not gonna pop? What?
Yeah, that
Sometimes
was-
I be seeing
No.
people, I be seeing kids talk to their parents or just sideways. Even the way they treat other people, and I'm just like, wow, you have it easy because growing up in an African home, you wish,
I would've
you
been
wish,
backhand. If I
okay?
don't-
It's this.
No, I went to the car show this one time, and the son was just acting ratchet or whatever like that, and they were Caucasians, and the man, he jacked up that boy and put him up. He said, if you don't listen to me, or whatever he said to the kid.
And other parents have that look. Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, you go dead. Go ahead.
Well, before I had kids, I was working. This is back in the day. I was working at.
Yeah, this was before I had kids, too,
I was
though,
working
because
at
kids
Sweet.
can
I was
act
working
all
at
kinds of
Sweet
ways.
Waters,
Uh-huh.
and this lady, I think the kid was just going in on the table, so she went to that bathroom and like popped the kid. And I was feeling some type of way, like, man, I don't know, should I call somebody? How could she just hit the kid like that?
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I'm going in, right?
Until
And
that
then I had
happened to
kids.
you.
But then it was like, for me, it was like, I seen somebody too, like at the mall. The kid was ready to go. The mom was ready to go, and the kid didn't, and the kid was like maybe 2 or 3, and just was like cousin
Havoc, yeah.
craziness at the mall. And I'm like, in my head, I'm judging. I was like, if that was me, I'm gonna do this. And I think that's why I learned.
Yes.
Now I'm not gonna go judge you how you react to your kids, because
Yes.
Nadia one time, she said she didn't want to leave the mall. She was like 2. She did this.
I'm.
I left her for a minute and walked away because I was like, this little girl about to get it. But like she did that, or like my son did something, and I'm like pinching him, and then he go, "Mom, ow, why you pinch?"
I swear. No, because you really, and that's what I think I learned with having kids. Like, ooh. Like, I can't judge anybody about but even just before having kids or whatever like that, just all life experiences, because I'm like, oh, that's never gonna happen to me, or no, that's not gonna, until I went through it. So now, like, just judging people when it has to do with children and then having children, like, in our last video, I talked about how Hamza is all over the place. Like, that boy is a free spirit. Like, he is just a lot, and like a lot of energy. So it's like, I can't when it comes to Hamza, because it's like, I would judge people that have kids like that, and it's like, yo, you don't tame your kid, but that's just who he is and what he does.
I'm sorry, you done? Mm-hmm. I do have a question.
I am done now.
I have a question for you ladies. Being a mother and being a non-mother, because we all seen this. Like, you see you walking at Walmart. Yeah. And then you saw a mom, like, head to toe slaying, right? Yeah.
Oh!
And then the kids are like snotty nose, just wretched looking. Okay? Now I'm judging on that.
As a mom now, yeah. Like, I would rather go out with my sweatpants and whatever. And my kids
looking fine.
Like, I don't see how I'm gonna be top notch from head to toe, and my kids,
your hair done this,
it's looking crazy.
I have seen some kids that have some beautiful hair. Like, if only it can be washed and combed and again, you know, sometimes you gotta look at this stuff and just hold it in because you don't want to say something that's gonna offend someone.
Yeah.
But I have seen women, mothers coming in, you know, at my job, and I'm looking at, God damn it, that girl hair. I'm sure that little girl's hair haven't been washed. You can see when it's like the braids, and I'm like, oh honey, the way I wanna just
do something.
But like, I think the moral of the story is like, I cannot see myself going out looking fly and my kids looking crusty. Like, I would rather them look.
See, this is a mindset. I had a tough childhood. That's why even me with kids and all that, it's kind. But if when I decide to have kids, I do not want my kids to go through what I've gone through. Mm-hmm. I don't want my kids to look certain way because I do want to provide for them. But at the same time, I want to provide for them where I don't have to spoil them to provide for them. But at the same time, also be ready for everything that's going to come as a mother of other people.
But to be honest, you're never ever really just ready.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You're not ready. Like,
you're never ready.
Even like
motherhood, parenthood, not just motherhood. Parenthood. I don't care if you plan it. If you're not ready,
you're never ever ready. Like, some people are. Like how you're saying right now, like, oh, I need to have all this. My finances need to be all this. This needs to be all this. My mindset needs to be all this. Like, things are just gonna come your way.
No, of course, yeah. But at least when it comes, when you be like, okay, you know what? I was prepared for this. I knew I was gonna gonna go through this. But like when you just unexpected, it's like, well, guess what? Mama life is not doing shit, and now I got a kid. Yeah. But again, you know, a kid can change.
That's what I was just about to say.
Sometimes
they force you,
to become a better
something
person.
that you.
My kids did.
Because you don't want them to suffer or lack.
I grew up so much. I felt like when I had
kids, because you had no choice but to.
I promise
make those.
I would give you this advice and things like that. I promise you, like, I don't care how much money you got, you're always gonna need more when you got kids.
Oh yeah,
and I promise you,
your kids are not cheap, okay?
I believe get some finance where you feel a little comfortable or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I promise you, you are never ready for what.
Yeah, because things are always unexpected.
Because it's tough, and I feel like sometimes, especially here, when we're in America, like back home, you have so much help and it's fine.
Yeah.
But here, you're really on your own. Sometimes even like you have a spouse or whatever like that, and. If let me say you have to stay home, but they're working. You really because these kids, mothers, and a lot of mothers will relate to me. Like these kids, they'll see their dad and they're like, "Mom, can I get this?" I'm like, "Why can't you ask him?" Yeah. Like it's like my kids for anything they need. Mom, it's me. I'm like, you can pick up the phone and you can also ask your dad. Like, let him be able and they're looking like, "What is we live with you?" Or even like I've seen your kids will run to you for you to go do things, and
I'll be cleaning or whatever. It just happened the other day. Like I'll be cleaning or whatever like that.
Isn't that what it's a motherly? That's what it is.
No, and I get it.
That's it. They're never gonna. Their dad are there, but
they always want their
bonds with you guys.
Well, it's not that. I want them to be like, Auntie Tina, can I get some?
They know Auntie Tina don't
got it. But it's not even buying you stuff you don't got it. But like, hey, Auntie Tina down here, can you make me some food?
Right.
Mom is busy. Like instead of me. Mom,
do
sometimes I'm like, gosh, stop. Sometimes I ignore it. That's why my daughter yesterday called me Antoinette because she called me when I was like,
no, like he was sitting down chilling or whatever. He was chilling. He was watching the news as usual. And I'm cleaning, and the boys were like, "Mommy, applesauce." And I'm just like, "Yo, Daddy's right there. Go ask your dad." And then, Hamza now he says, "Okay, fine." So he did.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I guess if we missed any topics or questions that you like,
because I didn't get any of the points that I needed to do.
What point was that?
And we already spent how many?
I think we can talk about motherhoods forever.
Yeah, we can.
So we can always make another video on motherhood.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And
sorry for us to be disorganized.
If you guys haven't check us out on YouTube at the Sister Love Show. Catch up on old episode. We got about what?
I think we have
like 4 more episodes. So if you missed, before you check this one out, you can check this one out before either week. It's
just watch.
Just watch, subscribe, comment, like, share,
Follow
us, okay? And let us know if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys
Subscribe.
a lot that have taken the time to watch our videos, and there is more to come. So
subscribe.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Subscribe.
And until next time, I'm Martina.
I'm 𝐒𝐤𝐿. Subscribe.
I'm Antoinette. Oh God.
Subscribe.
Bye. Sister Lasho. Subscribe.
Subscribe.